Today is the day that we finally will be moving forward from August into September, and we will also finally see the fruits of our labor. But we have one more thing to do before we head off into the future. We are going to be swapping out the tipper that we use. So this one is very, very cool. However, it's a little bit big, and it doesn't do what I want. We are going to be trading this out for a Massey Ferguson tipper, which actually has an auger at the back, so we'll be able to, well, in theory, feed the chickens without causing a mess. Step one is to get rid of this tipper specifically, and I don't actually know where you do that. I assume it's right here. We should be able to just sell stuff right here. Stop, drop, and roll. Come on. Oh. I was about to say, there's an invisible wall. There's not. It's a normal wall. Let's take this. Let's sell it. How much are we getting? 19,000. All right. That'll work. We're going to jump into our trailers here. And we're going to look at this guy. So this has an auger wagon configuration on it. We could go for the long pipe version, which I think should be able to reach up into the feed for the chickens. I like the BKT tires that are on there, so we're going to leave those be. We can increase the capacity, but well, I've already done that, so maybe we'll just go with that one. That looks pretty good. And then designs. This is going to be the pieces for the very back. I don't really know what colors to go with that, so I think black is probably going to be just fine. And here it is, looking awesome. And the more I look at it, the more I'm not quite sure that this is going to do the trick, but well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? We've got a new container over here, which we should be able to buy some chicken feed out of and go give ourselves some chickens. Yeah, so this is now not only un tipper, it is also the primary tipper for the series as it stands right now. All right, wheat. Ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. Let's stop it right there. Ooh, almost $9,000 for 20,000 liters. That's a lot, so I think I'm just going to leave it right there. Hopefully this works. If this does not work, well, then we're just kind of stuck with this. Although I do like the tipper, so we might just hang on to it forever. Plus, it's Massey Ferguson. It's AGCO. Kind of matches the Fendt, which is super cute. Yeah, all right. We'll bring it around. I'm just going to drive straight across our field here, and we're going to buy some chickens. I don't know how many chickens we're going to buy. Maybe we'll do a whole division thing and figure that part out. All right. Looking at this, it is almost tall enough. Almost. This is going to be a little bit ridiculous. So we got that. Let's see if we can back this thing up. Do we get a dump trigger? We currently do not get a dump trigger. No. It does have a tipper trigger on the ground right here as well. Hang on, actually. Can we go with this? I don't know what's going on. Do we need chickens? If we need chickens in here, I'll go buy some chickens. We'll start off with 50 and see how that works. And it is still not giving us a dump trigger. I don't want to force dump either, because if I force dump, it's just going to dump it all over the ground. Oh boy. What a time, man. What a time. I really wanted to avoid this, but I don't think we're going to be able to avoid this at all. Let's put it in the tipper, and let's see what happens. It's just going to cause trouble. That's all it's going to do, is just cause trouble. I don't think I'm doing this right, because I still don't have a tip trigger. Oh, we have to pipe out. My bad. My bad. All right. So we figured out that I was doing it wrong. Let's try this again, shall we? Let's dump this in here. Oh, look, a chicken's on top of the trailer. How cute. Turns out I can be exorbitantly more dumb than I thought that I could. So we will pipe out. It is definitely causing some issues here. However, there we go. Feed is in, and the chickens have the feed. Cool. Yearly food's going to be 3,000 liters for this number of chickens that we've got right now. So maybe we buy 100 more? I think 100 more is probably fine. There we go. Yeah. So we have 100 more. Yearly food, 6,000 liters now, but they will have babies very, very quickly. Okay. I think we could now probably safely transform into the next day. Oh yeah, one more thing. I do want to set these to selling because there's just so much that's going to be going on here in this production specifically. I just want to set all of this to sell so that I don't have to deal with this. And there we are. We have gone overnight and we are looking good. How are we looking here? Everything is showing zeros across the board. So I guess that's good, right? I don't actually know. Oh no, I think I froze my game. Uh-oh. Bad things are happening. Oh no! Okay, back into the game now. I think there's a problem with this. If I go in here again and the game crashes. Okay, game's not crashing, but it definitely crashed after one day in game. So I can sell this little vegetable garden, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. It has cost us straw. It has cost us definitely some money, $22,000. If I can make my money back on this, I will be super duper happy. Let's see. That was a 7,500 liter bale. We brought 3 or 4 of them over here. Not to mention the $30,000 I spent on upgrading it. You know what? As long as I get my upgrades back, I just don't care. So that should prevent us from having any crashes in the future. Now, let's fast forward. And we are looking good. Very good. Very good indeed. So we don't have any production chains, which is cool with me. Taking a look at the chickens. They have produced some eggs. And looks like we've got a little bit of milk and a little bit of slurry from the cows too. Very cool. We'll start with the chickens and see how we're looking here. So, guess those are that chicken's eggs now. Eggs are looking okay. We'll probably get some more chickens, let's be completely honest. Looks like we have a mucking job to do. So, looks like we will have to muck out the cows, and I am totally cool with that. I thought the manure spawned here, but it looks like it doesn't. It looks like it spawns in here. And I'll take that all day, every day. Let's go ahead and open that up, and we'll get a little bit of mucking job. I think I've got just the tool for it. Disc bucket, ratchow. So this will hold, I think it's 20,000 liters. We've got 11,000 liters of manure over there right now. This is kind of cool. I didn't know that this cow barn did this. But this is going to be perfect, actually. This gives us something to do every morning in the game. There we go. Drop it down and muck it out. Yay! I don't know how fast I can go. There we go. It's at 11,000 liters. False statements all around. That is 5,333 liters. Although I am glad that it's not a ton. Would be kind of nice to put down a silo to be able to hold this. Although I don't want to put anything down that's going to cause us problems. Now you see, this could work right here. This will work perfectly fine because I can come through with a tipper and get the manure out. But as I muck them out, I could just dump right into there, which makes things easy when I decide to do something with said manure. Aha! Yeah, see, I like this. I like this a whole lot. This is a good idea. Alrighty, so there is that. I don't think there's anything that we actually have to do today as far as stuff in the game. Man, chickens are flying out of everywhere. We do need to go around, take a look, and make sure that all the fields are growing, ready to go. All right, growth 95%, growth stage 2 out of 4, fertilized 100%. Did I say it needs something? Needs rolling. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We also need to think about the milk and how we're going to handle that. Of course, that's going to be done with a production chain as well. Farm dairy, Cheaty, definitely my favorite overall. Love this thing to death. I think putting it over here is cool, although it has a dump trigger that's going to be on the wrong side. Maybe in here? Yeah, something like that? No, I've got it. Right here, the perfect spot. Wha-pow. It does cost $30,000, though we do make our money back fairly quickly with this kind of thing. So it's going to be right over there. So all I have to do is just pull forward a little bit with that. dump the milk in, and be good. Yeah. So we turn off all of this stuff except for raw milk, at least to start with, just because that's the way it is. Also, it looks like that it is being used as a silo. So that's quite interesting. We'll see if we never have to move the milk ever again. There's our milk, 3,400 liters. After one day, we'll bring it around, and we will just simply dump it in here. There we go. So that'll produce our milk and keep us making money. Kind of a difficult thing, though. We did everything we needed to do yesterday in game, so there's not a lot to do today in game. We will, let's see, September, October, either November or December, we should be ready for harvest again. So we'll drop that there. We'll close these up so the cows can't get out. Bam, bam, bam. All right. See you tomorrow in game. Into the next day, and we are looking good. We've made a little bit more milk here. The dairy, for some reason, has got another 100,000 liters. I don't know how that happens or why. It never goes down, so I don't know what's going on with it, but it always decides to have more. We do have more manure, which is great. It says that, well, I don't know what it says that we have, but we have 26,000 liters of slurry now, so that's going to be kind of fun. We should be able to utilize slurry moving forward in our setups, which will be really, really cool. Let's go and get this milk, and we'll dump it in here, which, again, I don't know how well that's going to work, considering for some reason it had 110. Well, now it still says that it's got 110,000 liters in there. So I don't know why that's doing that. We may have to delete that and move it eventually. We'll figure that out. Muck out the cattle in day 2. There we go. Let's see how much we get today. I assume it's going to be the same, maybe a little bit more. A little bit more is right. 7,100 liters. Okay. Decent amount there. It would be nice to be able to utilize manure and slurry to fertilize our fields moving forward, but it'll also be nice if we can just sell it. That'd be cool too. I think for the time being, I'm just going to park this up right here because we're going to have to do it again in the morning. Looking at our harvest income, looks like we made $31,000 overnight with the milk the way that it is. Again, it is the cheaty version, but I think maybe right now it's a little bit too cheaty. It is what it is. Another thing we need to do is take a look in here and see if there's any Fendt tractors that have popped up. And it looks like the answer to that is going to be a big fat no. We do have a nice Massey, but I am going to try and keep the tractors to a Fendt setup. We are also going to be moving the farm dairy, and we're going to go with the non-cheaty version. So hopefully we don't have any more troubles with it giving us more than we have earned and or deserved. Let's go in here now and see how we're looking. It definitely holds a lot less than it did. Yeah. We can upgrade it probably twice in order to hold everything. As a matter of fact, I think a regular farm dairy cheaty might be beneficial to have up there. That was what, 10 grand? I could still sell it for 10 grand. Cool. There we go. That is much, much better. I don't know, again, why it decided that 100,000 liters overnight was a great thing to do to cheat into it. However, as you can see, now the storage is empty. And since we made $30,000 overnight, which I do think was a little bit much, we're just going to count our losses and say, let's start over. I really hope it doesn't put 100,000 more liters in there. It is now not connected to this either. So if we come down here, we can see connected to cow barn meadow, which the meadow is out there. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Straw is in there. Again, straw pellets. I don't know why that cheated those in. I didn't want to cheat this time. And then if we come back up to the top, then we have the farm dairy in a little itty bitty hut without anything to worry about. Hopefully. So that is not connected to down here anymore, which was technically a silo. I think we can go another day in the game. Fall has fallen around here, and I've got good news. The cheaty silo is not as cheaty as you would have thought. It does not have 100,000 liters in here. It is still quite normal. So 2 thumbs up there. The cows have been extremely productive overnight, giving us a lot of goodies. We'll jump in here and go ahead and fill up with milk. 6,700 liters yet again. We've got a bunch of manure here as well. So super awesome there. 41,000 liters of slurry total. How cool is that? They're still doing great on food, though. They have eaten through a lot of their food, so we are going to go through here. We've got a couple jobs to do real quick, and then hopefully the cows will be just fine. Yikes. A little bit bumpy. I think they made more manure than it said that they did. Let's drop this all the way down. There we go. I mean, not insane to be fair. It's another 7,100 liters, but that's times 3 days, something like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think we're doing just fine, man. We got a bunch of manure. I think one of the best things to do here is now going to be figure out a manure spreader as well as a spreader for slurry, because at the very least it would be nice to go through like the main areas, like our big field up there, and do a double application rate for slurry so that we just get the whole thing fertilized all in one. We still may end up having to use some kind of spray fertilizer for everything else, but I've never really done it in a way that made sense. Be nice to do that. Let's get this milk up there so we can go ahead and get this processed. And then we'll take a look at feed just in case. Got some good news about eggs. We have got now 2 crates, well, almost 2 full crates of eggs. Food, still got some food down in there. 18,000 out of the 20 that we put in. Yeah, they're still totally fine. Also, the chickens are kind of like all over the place at this point. We do have some baby chickens, which could be sold. I don't know if we're going to, but we'll figure that out. And of course, we'll pop in here and take a look and see if any fit tractors went on sale overnight. And oh boy, the big no. Man, they really want us to buy a Massey Ferguson 6S though, don't they? Hey man, I like the price on there. That's a good price, especially for something that you could throw about 180 horsepower on. I mean, that's kind of right up our alley of stuff that we're doing right now. I don't know, man. What do you think? Massey Ferguson tractor? So as much as I love the mower that we have right now, that front mower, which is a very nice one, I think we could probably go with some sickle mowers and get a lot more done. We do have some nice Fendt colors that go along with that. However, we can swap it out for a red so we can actually see what's going on, and we could use a smaller tractor if we needed, though this tractor's, again, perfectly fine for that. I think mowing is probably going to be a big thing, at least starting it, as we've got all of our fields ready to go. As a matter of fact, all, and when I say all, I really do mean all of our fields are ready to go. I haven't checked the weather to see what the weather's like. Looks like today in-game is perfectly beautiful, so perfect time to get through and harvest. So then let's do some stuff that gives us a little bit of an easier time when it comes to mowing, things like that. Now, the one thing, if we increase the working width of our mower, so like instead of like 3 meter that we have now, going for like a 7 meter, yes, we get that done in twice the amount of time. However, we also gonna have to go through with a tedder and ted it out, or well, we have to do that anyway. Windrow. So we're gonna need to make sure that whatever we do, if we're going for like 7 meters on our working width on the mower, the sickle mowers, that we're able to get it done still faster, even if we have to come through twice. That's gonna be the big dealio here. As long as we can multiply that and still get it done faster, we'll be okay. So there's 17,000 for that. Let's go in, take a look at our mowers again. There's a whole bunch of them in here, which is very cool. I love something like that, but man, we have zero use for something like that, at least for right now. Ooh, these would be pretty cool, although I don't think we have the horsepower rating for something like that. The Smazs are also awesome, but again, don't have the power. Could go with a Vermeer. That would make things nice and easy. However, again, it's still not quite what we're looking for. I still say, overall, sickle mower right here, 7 meter, like, this is the jam, man. This is the jam. There's that one. There's that one. So now we have a front and rear setup. Then we need to go for the windrow because we already have a tedder. We need to find something that's going to be just right. See, 9.7 meters there. That is insane. I do not want that. Here's a 7 meter working with, though it goes on the front of a tractor. Yee! I don't know about that. Could go Vermeer. This doesn't really turn well, but we could go with something like that. Or we go nice and easy, go with just a straight up Chrome Suadro. Could do that. We could also go with this, 8.4 meters. It's orange, it's Kubota, matches our Tedder. I think this is probably the one we go with. I'm actually not a massive fan of the orange wheels on a Kubota, so I have gone for a little bit of a different color here. We went for gray, even though I do have orange wheels on my Kubota IRL. I like I don't know, the gray is, well, base game. I think, too, because we don't have a straight-up Kubota orange yet. I mean, Mac Trucker did a really good job with this, but still, I kind of just prefer base game gray. I think they look good. And now that we've got that delivered, let's grab our mowers. We will hook up to them, and we will be ready to go for the next harvest. Mowing harvest, grass harvest. Yeah, it's a grass harvest. So stay tuned for that, because that is where we are going to start in the next one. So hope you have a good one. We'll see you later.